All right, we are live. Welcome in, everyone. It has been a solid 8 days, a little over a week. I think everyone missed one another. Safe to say. Missing one another confirmed. All right. I thought I would have. I was kind of questioning how it would feel coming back. I would have started earlier, except when I mean earlier, like an hour ago. Except I had no idea how it would feel, energy wise. Hold on, let me get everything set up. I had to update some software. I literally have not had time to do anything since my return, other than what time did I land yesterday? I landed at 1:30, got home around 3, and then what did I do? My wife had to go to urgent care. She had fallen, injured herself while we were in Japan. And then we went to a benefit to as a fundraiser for the LA Zoo, which was pretty cool. We were there till about 9:45, and then we went to the Magic Castle. One of our daughter's friends from New York is in town, and so she wanted to go to the Magic Castle. This is really the only night we could squeeze it in. So we double booked an event. So we were at the Magic Castle till 1:30 in the morning or so. Got home around 2. Yeah. So I didn't go to bed till like 2:30. Woke up at 8. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a long, it's been a long 2 days. I'm looking for some paper. I have not been back in this room for 8 days. I don't know where anything is. So I had 2 social events, and then today, this morning, I've got other kids coming in on the train. We've got some stuff we're planning to do this afternoon. So I have a hard out at 12:45. All right, let me find some paper here, guys. This is odd. Where is everything? You would think I would just leave things in the same spot, but I can't find my portfolio. I'm going to make do with what I have here. I have this one piece of paper. How are you guys all doing? It's been a while. So I see that we have a lot of folks here in the stream. Let me pull this up here, see what's going on. We have our mods. I think I saw Kirihiko. Right, we have Kirihiko. That explains who Kirihiko is. We have Bud Frost, Superhero Swimmer Art, Mutants Molded My Morals, Monsage, Abatus, Tim Art Peterson. I'll go on and on, list everybody in the chat. The Pickle Weasel, of course, and his proud mama. Darcia 33, hello to Joker 808. Janella, hello, good morning, Janella. Come to Lanzarote, says Hinsanis. Mavic 713, Decalbum, welcome back, thank you. Did I see Godzilla's in Tokyo? Contrary to popular belief, there are not Godzillas just wandering around randomly. Alright, I'm like looking at this thing, and I want to move this slightly this way. There we go. And there's one other thing I want to do. Alright. So, let's get started. I don't want to spend too much time just saying hello to everyone. I know if you've been away from the stream for a while, it's kind of nice to get back into it. I I know I've got paper over here. Oh, there we go. The place where I store the paper is where I have the paper. Genius level, guys. I am a professional working artist. If you're new to the stream, it may not appear that way, but I actually make a living doing this. Not streaming, but drawing. Got crispy egg roll in the house. Crispy egg roll. Vomiting apparently this weekend. Maybe he had the runs. I don't know. With a name like Crispy Egg Roll, not too much of a surprise. But he was on the road with his family. Welcome back, Crispy. We probably also have Renelephant. We got Poop Kid in the house. Wildstorm CCG. The feeling's mutual, Crispy. Golf Boy Sunday. Hello. Will Bruce Art. J Shack 15. Singing a couple different names. Schmutz Lee. The Coral Farmer. Bo Bradshaw Art. You know what? Renelephant might be at work. Got KB Bradshaw. Bo Bradshaw, significant other of KB. Ren probably taking his 5th shower. Should we wait for Renelephant to finish his shower? Come into stream. All right. Let me see what I got going on. I probably need drawing supplies. I haven't drawn in a week. Normally I travel with my portfolio. I almost took it with me. I chose not to. Hello, DJ Mittens. Chunk Style 3030. I'm getting warmed back up. Getting back into the swing of how this is done. So we had, what do we have? We had Crispy Egg Roll there. That's his identifier. His sound bite. And we had Poop Kid as well. All right. So yeah, I was in Korea and Japan for a week, visiting one of our kids who's going to school in Korea, and then the other is just starting up school in Tokyo. So we have 2 reasons to visit. Someone asked me, I was on YouTube or something, like, is my desk always this jacked up? All this ink and splatter. And the truth is no. It's only because I started streaming that I've got ink here and white out here. It's an inclined surface. It's a horrible place to actually ink because if you put too much ink it runs down. And you wouldn't want to splatter here because you'll get this chunky whiteout all over your table. Normally I do it on the floor with other pieces of paper, the whiteout part of it, or the splatter, with other paper behind it. And inking I usually do on a flat surface as well. It makes the most sense, but I don't want to set up 2 different camera kind of workstations. So since I've been streaming, I do it all on the place where I just typically pencil. So that's the long-ended, it's not even a word, long-winded answer. Oh, we got Renelephant. We got Ren. We got the full house. We got everybody in here. All right. I have 369 people as well. 376. I'm going to send out an alert here in Discord. They say one thing I notice about streamers is that they stream like constantly, almost every day, and I think there's that fear that if you stop streaming, that people stop tuning in. And the thought did cross my mind, but at the same time, you gotta take care of family. You gotta do the things that are your priorities. So, not that you guys aren't my priority. But it was good to get on the road and Uh, One of the things I always tell people, if you're looking for inspiration as an artist, is to actually get out of the house and travel. Don't get out of the house and go to the mall. I mean, uh, you can buy all your stuff online at this point. But as an artist, I think it's really good to travel, see the world, and you don't even have to like go to Italy or Japan. I mean, go to another town. Do some observation. Just go out and take it all in. I don't know. I find it really kind of inspires me, and although at this moment I'm not inspired to draw anything, I'm like, what am I gonna draw? Nahi back. Thank you very much for that sentiment. Kevin P. West says, "Blue Devil, please." It always amazes me like who people's favorite characters are. Like, what traumatic thing happened to Kevin P. West as a child that Blue Devil is his main? I didn't mean that to be so personal. Sorry. DJ Mittens, what favorite part of Japan? I travel for the food. I think at this point I've traveled so much. Hashtag humble brag. I started traveling when I was like 16. No one cares, Jim. Okay, so I'm gonna draw warm up sketch. Warm up sketch. What am I gonna do as a warm up sketch? All right, I'm just gonna do a warm up sketch before we even go to chat. Oh my God, it's a character looking right to left. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah. So I've traveled a lot. I started when I was 16. Actually, even earlier. So I was a kid. I was born in Korea, so we traveled as soon as I was like kind of born. I came to America, but I think it was 16 with my German class. We went to Germany, so I got the travel bug, and then I think I came to Europe every other year, 18, 20, 22. So I saw a lot of churches. Saw a lot of churches confirmed. And then, I don't know, I've been to Tokyo. Only Tokyo, sadly to say. Not sad to say, but I really should sort of see other parts of Japan. But, I don't know, 8 times now? Something like that? I don't know. So after a while, you kind of have seen all the sights. So to me, it's about the food. It's about going out, the company, all that kind of stuff. I usually take in 1 or 2 sites, but I don't do like the whole make a list of 10 things to see and like go see this monument, go see this church, go see this museum. That gets you. It's a lot of work. Kind of feel a little grindy. But try to pick like one thing, check it out. Really pretty. With the hope and knowledge that I'll be back for another visit later. What make the stream awesome is if my mic were on mute this entire time. Anyway. Yeah, Deadpool's out this weekend. Go support my buddy Rob Liefeld and his one. I guess a bunch of his creations are on the screen, but I'm seeing it next Friday. Rob and I we made a double date. We're gonna go see the movie. Yeah, thank you, Ren. Thanks. You guys are bastards. Nice try. That's all I could say. There are certain people I can count on. Will Bruce Art is one of them. The rest of you guys, bastards. Anyway, yeah. So we're doing the double date thing. Should be pretty cool. And so we're gonna see it Friday. Roy Batty 006, the giant Gundam statue. I don't think it's up anymore, or if it is, I don't know. But I've seen it before. Like I said, I've been there a bunch of times, and thank you, Edgar Skyle. You call me bastard feels bad, man. I didn't mean you, man. Did I see Goku? I saw a lot of characters on the walls. There was a lot. There was a lot. Uh, hmm. I'm reading chat and I see Kira Hiko say Jim be like this, and I'm actually just doing that as I'm reading the text or the chat. How funny. All right. Yeah. So if you guys are new to the stream, I don't know why you would be at this point, but you could be. Could be. I think this one I just kind of draw, give stuff away. We do a silent auction. Although I have not done a silent auction in a couple streams, I have noticed. I've been absent. All right. Kind of fun drawing hips, especially from a 3/4. You want to draw that pelvis, right? It goes like this. You can think of like a swimsuit. Right. So you can line up all the elements. I have not drawn in a week. I can feel it. I mean, I could finish this, of course, but it's just an extra layer of thought I have to put it into. It's like a millisecond of thinking before I put the line down. It's like, oh yeah, bicep. Oh yeah, shoulder. Anyway, so the food, oh man, the tonkatsu. That was killer. A place called Maison? Ometsando? Mispronounce everything in Japanese. So those of you who are Japanese or have heard actual Japanese spoken from native speakers, forgive my horrible American accent. Right now it is 2:30 in the morning in Japan. Thank you, Chunk Style 3030. D4T boy. That boy 69. Can you be my father? Warum nicht? Anyway. A little bit of a generic face. I'm gonna try that. I feel like not only am I out of kind of drawing shape, but I'm out of streaming shape. I'm like going, how did I do this? How's this possible? Ay. What is she doing? Is she holding up a cheeseburger? I don't know. She's going to feed me. No, she's got her hand here. Quick way to do a hand, you do the flat surface, kapow, right there. Do the conical kind of cheerleader, cheerleader horn. Right? The megaphone. Right? Two opposing megaphones. There you go. What has she got? It's not a handgun. Oh, it's a finger up. Does she have a gem? She does. I don't know. Chunk Style 3030. That would be called, I don't know what that's called. It's a psychological thing where you read into something what is on your mind. I don't know what that's called. It's kind of like a Freudian slip, but it's when you, Freudian slip usually when you are saying it. I don't know what it's called when you're the one misinterpreting it based on your own bias. I'm sure there's a word for it. I was at the Magic Castle last night talking to a magician, and he was telling me that they have names for how they grip the playing cards different. Mechanical grip. That's only, there's like 3 or 4 that he kind of showed me. I'm like, I think that is the nature of any sort of craft or art form or business, is that there's always a unique lingo, terminology. Right. I think about ours in our industry. Slabs, bleed, word balloon, Kirby crackle. All right. Oh, this is the time where I kind of read off a bunch of activity. I'm slowly getting the hang of it. Did I close that window already? No, here it is. What do we got going on? What activity has happened? I saw that they added some new content to Destiny 2. I don't think I ever played Destiny 2, but now I'm kind of inspired to go check it out. Call of Duty Black Ops. Anyway, Ren Elephant has resubscribed for 9 months. Welcome back. Thank you, Ren. Thank you for your continued support. And putting all the hours in, being the cleanest moderator. Which is not to say that Kirihiko and Crispy are unclean. But let's just say they're not as shower committed during live streams as you are. So I appreciate that. Spring Irish Fresh, as we like to say. Brutal Knight 15 has resubscribed for 3 months. Mark L. Messi, I love your streams, Jim. I love you too. Mark L. Messi, who has subscribed using Prime. If you are an Amazon Prime member, you get a complimentary Twitch membership because Amazon owns everything in the world, and they are all giving us these amazing discounts, and then eventually we'll have to pay for everything because we've come to rely on their services. But I love them regardless. Happy to see them make the world more convenient. Mora1618, hello Mora, good to see you again. Saw Mora at Lake Como a couple months ago. Valletta23, Mora1618 is also involved in the Toluca, Mexico City Comic-Con that's happening December. So for you people in Mexico or interested in going to Mexico City for a Comic-Con, I'll see you guys in early December. Well, Bruce Art has cheered a gargantuan bits. Thank you for your support. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Mad Crab has subscribed. Sir Richard 706. Deadpool 2 was excellent. Thank you for the cheer, the bits, and the mini review. Patrick 10 has cheered as well. Bamfart has cheered 200. Wait for me out of the shower. Thank you, Jim. You can start the stream now. Fantastic. Grumpy's F23. Yeah, for those of you who are new to the stream, I really don't start drawing until about 15 to 25 minutes in, so you can always take care of, whatever you walk the dog, shower, uh, post vitriol online. Apparently, that's a big thing. I noticed while I was traveling. Twitter has become the place for people to go in a public forum and try to convince other people to leave, to make it so inhospitable that they don't want to be involved in a public forum. It's a crazy waste of time. I don't know why people do it. Janelle has cheered. Thank you very much, Janelle. Hey guys, hello, Janella. Jimmy Fantastic has hosted with 26 viewers. Thank you, Jimmy Fantastic, for the hosting. I appreciate it. Cynthia Yeep has resubscribed for 2 months. It's my 2-month anniversary here. Woohoo! Just want to thank you for always streaming amazing things for your fans. I don't know what that was. That emanated from my throat. I should say, woohoo. I should keep everything in a lower register. Yeah. Wolf McQueen has cheered. Maybe Silver Surfer. Oh yeah, that's right. We use cheers to communicate what I should sketch. Quick Draw 13. Welcome back, Jim. Hope you had a great trip. Would like to see the Omega Red or good old Batman. Omega Red. I like that. In fact, I am going to do Omega Red. Normally we do a vote poll. We'll do that next time. I think I'm going to kind of just, or maybe we'll do it tonight. Today. I don't know. But I was thinking about Omega Red. Why not? 13th Ronin has cheered as well. I was just thinking about Omega Red, just like, hey, that would be a cool villain for a Wolverine movie at some point. Golf Boy Sunday has resubscribed for 3 months. Thank you very much. Chris Kobler Kloiber has resubscribed for 5 months. How about a Tracked Man sketch? I will have to Google who Tracked Man is, but I will check it out. Spider-Man 1963 has subscribed as well. No, has cheered. Thank you for the awesome bits. Thank you. Appreciate it. Book and Red 1442. Zelda from The Legend of Zelda. That would make sense. Superman from The Adventures of Superman. Batman from Batman. I've lost track of where I was. Sorry. Spence New 52 has resubscribed. I hope you have your collared shirt on. Spence New 52. Jean 9959 has subscribed using Prime. Appreciate that. Well, Bruce Art cheered again. Dark Knight movie Batman. Alright, maybe I should do a poll. People have been submitting ideas. Spiky Summer has resubscribed for 7 months. Watching this and enjoying it as the first day. Thanks. Janella has cheered. Well, hey, Alex Sinclair will be coming to the Philippines for Asia. I thought I said Asia PornCon, but it's Asia PopCon. Yeah, PopCon. I put popcorn, like that R, super important. Super important. It could be, yeah, Asia PopCon. Wap Pop has subscribed. D. Calvin has cheered. Thank you. How about Damian Wayne Robin? I'll think about it. Patrick 10 has cheered. Welcome back. Thank you very much. Duke Rockwell has resubscribed for 7 months. TK Pitts has subscribed. Tim Art Peterson has cheered. I want to see some Deadpool art. You know what? Maybe we'll do that too. You guys, there's a reason why I go to chat. It's for inspiration, creativity. And I'll tell you that it's been interesting because I've been posting different art. At this point, I get more likes, like on Insta. Wolfie Poo has subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thanks, Wolfie Poo. Anyway, for characters that are non-Marvel, well, it starts the DC thing. I think people have just seen so much of the DC. It's kind of expected. It gets like 15,000 likes. Go to Marvel, maybe get like 20, 25. But then you do like the Goku and you do the Metal Gear Solid and you do really characters you have no affiliation with, and people I think are like surprised in that. I mean, those tend to go a little wider, more viral because hey, look at something that is sort of unexpected, and so I was like, at first when I did that stuff, like, why do people want me to draw these characters I have no connectivity with? And now I'm like of the reverse mindset. I want to draw One Punch Man at some point. Yeah, God of War was really cool. Met a lot of people involved in the game on Twitter through that sketch, so that was like a cool little hookup. All right. Abetus has cheered as well. President of Jelly Beans has resubscribed. Got my grifter icon back. Nice. Welcome back. Queen City Amusements. Chuck Arnold 3000 has resubscribed for 9 months. Thanks for the support from day one. The Pico Weasel has resubscribed, as has Spider-Man 1963. The Batman Who Laughs has resubscribed for 9 months. Awesome. Michael Menson has done something. He also resubscribed for 2 months. Woot! Nice. That's an old term. Exclamation of joy. SMC Cardi 313. Volksmar has subscribed. Well, Bruce Art has resubscribed for 8 months. Welcome back. 8 months strong for sure. Good way to start my B-Day with a, oh, well, happy birthday, Walt Bruce Art. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for celebrating your birthday by joining us here in stream. Cryptic Games has resubscribed for 8 months. Hey, Jim and chat. So, wow, that took me a while to do, but I am caught up. And now I have more to read. Cracker Swag has resubscribed, or has subscribed using Prime. The Joker 808. Tony Daniels killing with the art in Batman the Gift. That was a great series. If you guys haven't picked up that 3-parter, highly recommend it. Very big, has a lot of like Hamlet, Macbeth overtones. There's a famous scene in Macbeth, out damn spot, something about that, and you'll see that reflected in the story to give you some literary context. Janella has cheered 500 bits. Thank you very much. So, Draw Deadpool. 9th Art has subscribed using Prime. And Wolfie Pool, when you subscribe, you wrote Stand Well. I don't know what that means. I want to sort of elaborate. Quick Draw 13 had cheered. Ashley King Draw Ren cosplaying as Raven or Dan DiDio. LOL. Don't know what to do with that one. Casual Hero Sephiroth was his choice with his use of bits. Edgar Skyle, Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern, please. And I think Dithian has resubscribed. H. Sosa 1530 has subscribed. Not a Jet 007 has hosted. And yeah, now I'm caught back up again. Syrexian has cheered. Thank you very much, Syrexian. Good to see you again. All right. So this is just my warm-up sketch. While I contemplate, I'm thinking Deadpool for the movie. Next week is Solo. Excited to see that. I know a lot. There's like this controversy online that it's not as good as people want to think. I don't know what it is. It's already got scores on Rotten Tomato. I don't know. Is that based on people that sort of got a sneak peek? Whatever. I'm going to be a big Star Wars fan, so happy that they're making these kind of prequel movies. So the food was like some of the eating, man. In Korea, had some jjajangmyeon, which was fantastic. The kimchi was, except for the one, actually at the jjajangmyeon place, the kimchi was not so great. Everywhere else, the kimchi was fantastic. Sometimes at Korean restaurants in the U.S., the kimchi can be a little not ripe. It just tastes like cabbage with a little splash of like red chili paste or whatever the active ingredient, a little splash of garlic and red chili. But man, it was good. It made my lips tingle. was just a little on the spicier side of things. So that was really nice. And then in Japan, had a lot of udon. I didn't. Very kind of mild dish. I had bibimbap. Now I'm hungry. But also had some Western food. Again, at this point, I've been there enough, or I know I'm going back again now with 2 kids in school. So it's not like there are people that go like, oh, you went all the way to Tokyo and you had, you know, Kentucky Fried Chicken, whatever. I don't stress about it. Wow, our eyes are very wide set apart. I'll have to pull that in a little bit. Let's bring that eye over a little bit. If you ever make your eyes too wide set apart, you put hair in between. Right? It kind of breaks up the space. All right? It's one of those optical illusions, right? If you want to appear thinner, wear a shirt with vertical stripes. If you are thin and want to appear wider, right? If you want to be thinner, wear all black. Right? So, right, it's that expanse between the eyes that can be perceived as being too large. I don't know. So what have you guys been doing this entire week? What's going on? Supernova, love the triceps. You know that one thing I did. So when I also travel, I actually do try to like exercise because I don't have time to do it when I'm here. It's too much stuff going on. So I did hit the treadmill. The hotel I was at had an amazing gym that was on like the roof or one of the top floors, and you have this amazing view of the city, Tokyo, kind of high above everything. It was amazing. Let me see if I have. These are pictures I took that I don't. There's pictures that like back before social media. To sound like that dad, people just took pictures of stuff that they liked taking pictures of, either for memory's sake or just they liked it, I guess, right? Now I feel like if I take a picture and I don't share it, it's a very existential kind of question, like, why did I take that picture? What value does this picture have to me if I don't share it with anybody? In the old days, I never even questioned it, but now I do. So here I am sharing it, giving it validation. So maybe that's what I do. There's pictures I put on social media, which I deem to be social media worthy. And then there are pictures, because there's stuff I take, I go like, I don't know, why would anyone look at a picture of what I just ate? And yet I put it up. But there are other pictures I took. So this is the gym. Can you see this? that's the pool. And if you look here, they're like building the tops of skyscrapers. There's like equipment in there. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So that's the top of a probably like 40 floor, 40-story building. So that was pretty cool. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think. There's pizza. How do you like this travel log? Do you like it? Do you feel like you were on this trip here with me? Pizza with potato chips. So even though we had Western food, I don't know, maybe it was a little different. I was in Tokyo. Excuse me. Um, and here's what I would eat for breakfast. So this is the kind of stuff I enjoy doing, right? So this is a Japanese breakfast. You can actually get in like kind of bigger hotels in like New York City as well. It's just sometimes an option because there's so many Japanese business travelers. But it's like rice, tofu, just like hot water you dip into soy sauce, miso soup. I think some fish stuff over here, some grilled white fish here. Lots of little things. That's cooked egg right there, and lots of little things that fills you up, and very just a different approach to it. So. Joker 808. So does Selena Kyle feed to the. What is she. Hey, so does Selena Kyle feed two cats at the library? Is she the cat lady too? Makes sense, right? I think there's words missing. So. She does, yeah. She's a cat lady. Yeah, I think we've established that. All Star Batman and Robin. She had like a. You see her in her lair. She's got like 8 cats or something, which is a horrible. I remember drawing that page and just going. I think I drew one cat and I just kind of redrew it in the same pose 2 or 3 places. MTELUS1 has cheered 100 bits. I'm going to take a 3-hour class today with Will Spertasio and get my portfolio review. Good luck. Say hi to Wills for me. One of the original Homage Studio founders. Quick Draw 13 has cheered 100 bits. Did you pick up any sweet new art supplies in Japan? Also, that tonkatsu looked incredible. It was amazing, for sure. I did not. I did not go to the stationery store again. Like it was unusual for me. I usually go to Etoya, I think that's the name of it, which is in the Ginza district. I'm sure there are others, but we stayed at a different place than we normally stay at. We normally stay at a place near Ginza, and we stayed in a different part of the city. So just kind of checked. Went to Omasando mostly, Shinjuku as well. So that was pretty cool. Again, I enjoy just like even, although I didn't take the subway this time, I enjoy just kind of riding the subway or trying to figure that out because it's so different and complicated. Or they have these vast sort of underground tunnels in Japan, so you can kind of walk for blocks underground. I mean, they have sort of the same thing in New York at some of the bigger, like Times Square or 34th Street, where you can walk several blocks. And so a lot of the hotels and stores in Tokyo, you could just walk underground. And so I kind of have my fun trying to navigate that stuff. Like, can I get from this part of the subway underground to this department store entrance through their basement? Mr. Mulligan, 84. Sitting in a theater waiting for Deadpool to start, watching Jim Lee draw. Good way to spend a Sunday. Shout out to all the people about to watch Deadpool. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do Deadpool. Let's see what else I can do. What time is it? It's already almost 11. All right. I think I'm good till about 12:30-ish. Ooh. See where this takes me here. At this point, I'm just sort of sketching with the marker. You can kind of see that the strokes are thin, and like I'll hit that line 2 or 3 times, so that I'm sketching more. It's more of a drawing thing. So the image has a slightly sketchier look to it. If I were inking, I would be like one line, right? So I'm doing a little bit of both. I'm sketching and inking. And you can do that with like a thinner marker, although this is a 0.3. It's kind of on its last legs. You can see that the line I put down is a little, it needs a couple lines to kind of get it going. A couple hits. Neighbor's dog is still alive, I see. Chuck Arnold 3000. Did I finish the inks over Scott Williams' piece? No, I did not. I'm going to do that. I'm going to finish it on stream. I'll probably be... All right, so what do I got going on? I got this stream today. I'm leaving to MegaCon later this week. So I will be streaming in the evening one of these nights. I'm thinking it will be Wednesday night. Definitely not tomorrow, because tomorrow is tomorrow. I just streamed today. All right. It's a very short forearm, Jim. Yes, it is true. I'm going to fix that. Well, I'm going to put her in shadow here, so I can hit that line again with just the highlight. But compared to the length of her bicep here. Now the thing about bent arms is that because they're bent and they are in perspective a certain way, you don't want to end up drawing them. You don't want to end up drawing them like this, right? Which is everything existing in one plane, right? If you were to cut up that arm, like the sick bastard that Crispy would be if he were a serial killer, you would cut up all the parts, you'd lay them flat, and they would exist in that X-plane. But the way most people kind of hold their arms, this elbow, it recedes into the paper itself, so it's actually kind of right. So it's going into space and then coming back towards us, right? All right. And so, right, this would be sort of the topographical lines, the vertices, if it were like a vector illustration. All right. So when you do that, it's going to mess with the length and the perceived length of it. So when I look at this, I want to put the elbow into space here. I want this to be kind of the top part of the shoulder, and then I want that bicep to go into space here and then come back out. So I get more length on it and more three-dimensionality, if that makes sense, right? Okay. And you know you're doing it right if the elbow goes up into space, right? It goes higher up, right? The original elbow is here. I've moved it up here. So this line is definitely longer than it was before. And the bicep's shorter. I'll bring this down just a little bit too. Okay. This is all the equipment I use, tools, are on the front page of my Twitch landing page. They're Pigma Micron 03s. So. Okay. Middle finger, index finger, or ring finger. Knuckle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear our new puppy? I can hear the new puppy. So, anyway. Rib cage. All right. Am I gonna be at MomoCon? I don't even know what MomoCon is. Sorry. Show us the puppy. I could bring her up sometime. She is very spastic. She will literally probably make everything on my table fall apart. She does not sit still. She's a little bit of a biter, but she's a lot of fun. Okay. I think I shared with you guys last time. I got a bunch of brushes, so it's very exciting. This is a Series 7 Winsor Newton number 3. Apparently not hitting the gym hard enough. Cannot get that off. What do I want to do? What would be an interesting background? Well, Pandemus. I looked for that brand while at Hobby Lobby. They didn't have them. Winsor Newton. It's actually a pretty famous brand. I got them on Amazon. I hate to hurt brick and mortar stores, but super convenient. David Preciodo draws, watching while working on evals at National Guard training. Everyone does things differently when they watch the stream. Got Mudfrost. Hey, oh, I wanted to read something while we're taking a little bit. You know what? Let me ink this first. Sometimes I get very nice correspondence from different fans. And Mudfrost here, he won, I think, the Judge Dredd sketch. And then he wrote me a note afterwards, after he received it. And actually, hopefully most of you guys have received your winnings. Quick Draw 13, I sent his sketch all the way to Australia. I neglected to sign it. I apologize. Yeah. Anyway. So I'm going to read, with his permission, what he wrote, and hopefully it'll have some value to you guys, because I thought it touched on a couple of interesting and important things. You know what? But I'm going to do that while this is drying. And so what I'm doing here, I think I just decided to change up the, kind of like that better. Or not, I don't know. You have to remember, when you draw like a light kind of source, a strong light source, and I'm creating a white graphical shape, that's where the eye's gonna go. So I was thinking of having it be dark up here like this, but then the focus would be in this dead spot here. What I liked before about having it up here is that the focus went to the hand and the face, which is what I want. So I think I'm going to go back to that. You'll see in a second. Right, I want the maybe I do want it there, I don't know. Oh yeah, okay. Let's try that. Alright, let's see what happens if I ink this. New brush, brand new brush, if you can tell, like, from the line. Pretty amazing. It's kind of doing what I wanted to do. Those other ones I got, so you like, sometimes you don't know how dirty something is until, or how messed up it is until you kind of replace it, right? It's kind of like what I noticed with keyboards. You don't know how gross your keyboard is until, like, you look at a fresh new one next to it and you're like, ooh, I need to clean my keyboard. Yeah. So this one's giving me some pretty nice dry brush effects as needed. went to a PC bang, which is just Korean for PC room. When I was in Seoul, played a little PUBG. $1 per hour, and it's cheaper if you buy in bigger blocks of time. I think it could get down to 67 cents per hour. In America, it's like I was paying maybe like $5 an hour. So lately, when I've been traveling, sometimes even on business, like cities like Chicago, I will Google internet cafe and find these places that are open until 3, 4 in the morning. Check them out. It's a whole different subculture. People that don't sleep and like to play games late and eat unhealthy food. Or as I like to call them, my peeps. I'm just, in my head, I'm thinking like I just use the word peeps. Oof. There's a lot of stuff going on in my head. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff you could be doing. I think that's where people die. Korean PC bangs. If you Google it, people that play like 3 days in a row, they die from exhaustion. Koreans, they don't mess around, man. Uh, this is for Crispy and PK and Ren, the people I play PUBG with. So the very first match, it's my daughter, her boyfriend. We're in a 3-person squad. And things are going good. We're actually, I think we made it to the top 5. But at some point in the game, and I swear, like, the identifier tag over my daughter's name disappeared, and I just started shooting at her. I thought it was somebody running around our group, and I just started going off, like, and then she's sitting right next to me, and she didn't say anything, and I just boom, friendly fire. I'm like, she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Why didn't you tell me?" But I think it is a bug where, because normally if they're on your squad, you see their name above you. I mean, why would I shoot someone if I could see their name above them? But I don't know. Maybe they were behind a fence. I kind of remember shooting in between a narrow spot. But anyway, she was in our group close by, and it took me a while to kill her, but I did finally achieve that. But we were top 3 squad, so we might have won that match. But luckily we did win. Yeah, it was pretty bad. And I have to say, I had just met her boyfriend for the first time. So maybe I was just giving him a subliminal warming. Warming. I was giving him a subliminal warming. Global warming. I was giving a subliminal whatever. Don't mess with me. Anyway, but we redeemed ourselves, and by we I mean mostly them. Although, well, we won our last game. We left with victory, so that was kind of fun. Although in the photo of our win, I got knocked out just at the very end by the zone. And so the last the last image is can you see this lovely photo here? So that's me. I'm praying to my gods. I'm vomiting like crispy egg roll after a bout of food poisoning. Yeah. Let me see if It does say one kill. Uh, I actually had two, but it kind of someone's kill stole mine. Trust me, I definitely had two kills. Freely admit when I have a bad game, but that was a good game on my part. I hear that clock. Whoever noted before that, I have a very loud clock. I could definitely hear it now. You know what it is? When I talked about getting out of streaming shape, I mean, aside from the drawing, I think it's talking to yourself, creating a meaningful banter with yourself. That's what streaming is all about. It's not something that you that comes naturally, unless you're like insane, right? Right. You have to get. It's like you're practicing a talk show or something, or a monologue. The only feedback you get is what you see in chat or these audible kind of chimes, alerts based on cheers or follows or whatever, what have you. I'm out of shape, says Chunk Style 3030. I'm subscribed to you. Thank you, ISW2759. Serval 25. Do I use color sometimes? I don't. I will color on a Cintiq, and I will do a coloring thing. I think all these things I kind of talk about doing, I need to do. Someday I'm gonna have a week off, and I will stream every day, and I'll do a different thing every day. So like, Sunday I'll do this, Monday I'll do a color demo, Tuesday I'll do a portfolio review, um, Wednesday I'll do a tutorial on fabric, Thursday I'll do a long drawing session, draw a cover for 5 hours. Friday I'll play PUBG and PK some people, hopefully crispy. I'll try to win with the squad. And then Saturday we'll do a draw along. Yeah. When is this week? Probably the week that my wife leaves me. I have to pencil that in. Do I still see Todd McFarlane? What, you mean at like the Motel 6 after our wives are in bed? I mean, what do you mean? You trying to out me? What's going on? Couch Week. Yes, I think that would probably be. Why should I call it? Should not be called the streaming marathon. It should be Couch Week. It's like Shark Week, but Couch Week. Well, that just got weird. Yeah, I did. I apologize. Uh, I think with the advent of texting, I'd probably text more with people than I talk to them at this point. Yeah, but Todd and I will text on occasion. Something tells me from all the image guys, you were the real bad boy. All right, Big Boss 138. Uh, I will say, it's hard to really know. I think there's a presumption that you know someone through their work, but all I'll say to that is that I think you're right. Not that I'm the real bad boy, but I think it's hard to really figure out who people are. I was just like online. I was watching. I followed Doug Monkey, the artist, and he put up this crazy video where he was like doing these deadlifts. I think that's what they're called. Like where you lift a ton of weight, like from the ground and quickly lift it up over your head. I can't deadlift. I think that's called deadlift. I don't know. But he won like the over 55 category. I mean, I was like, whoa, guy is jacked. He's like super strong and like, and he draws comics. I mean, it's just you would never know. I don't know what's going on in chat right now, Bo, but did you mean that as a DM? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let me what do we have? 11:20. And for those of you who wonder why I use tissue paper, you can kind of see how laborious it is to fill something in with a brush. So you can go in with this. I can't do that. That's actually a board. Um, okay. Let's go with this. What's the tissue budget? I have a lot of kids. Unlimited tissue budget. A lot of pets that like to play with toilet paper too. Cats. Have you ever had a cat that likes to unspool an entire roll of toilet paper for fun? Thing with reflections is you want to repeat the same pattern. You can do whatever pattern you want, but you want to repeat the two as much as possible because the reflection is going to be mostly the same. I'm sure there's an instance where you could do a different reflection in each goggle, but it's just shorthand. Right. So there was a Judge Dredd drawing, and someone in chat named Mudfrost1, and he sent me this note, which I'm going to read while we wait for this to dry. Maybe this will give you some people solace in the group. Maybe it's a little long. Okay. That's how I can do it. All right. With his permission. Looks like leather with that dry brush effect. That was the attempt. So as you can see, it's all very kind of dark here. That's it. That zip line, the zipper line, is off. So I'm going to redo it in whiteout. But it should go right here. All right. Character like Catwoman with like an all-black costume like this. It's pretty forgiving. All right. Kind of go in and do core black shadows like this. I don't recommend inking while holding your phone. You should give it your full manual dexterity focus. But I hold it to remind myself to read this once I kind of figure out what it is that I'm doing here. All right, Jim, I can't tell you how psyched I am to receive your sketch. I was just browsing the comments in Twitter and Instagram, and the praise for your work is overflowing. It's well deserved, of course, but now I'm realizing that I'm the target of all kinds of jealousy, envy, death threats even. If I find, quote, dot dot, quote, I would kill to dot dot dot, quote, and so on, LOL. Until now, I've been among the jealous hordes, watching the chat room names fly by week after week, knowing full well that mine will never be chosen. What are the odds, right? So I accepted the fact that I would enter each giveaway like buying a feudal lottery ticket and experience a fleeting moment of hope. Then I would congratulate the winners and curse them from afar, just a little, I'm a good sport. And though I've offered no death threats to date, I've envied a lot. And now I'm that guy. I'm the envied, the cursed, the hated. I'm the little chump the losers don't know but desperately want to punch in the throat. Well, I'm sorry, but I was due. I just turned 65 a couple weeks ago, and until now I've never won a raffle, lottery, or anything having to do with random numbers or more than two people. I wouldn't bet on my home teams, 63 years in Baltimore, because they'd lose. I don't expect good weather for any outing, and though I'll soon be of an age, in quotation marks, I'd never play bingo. Just after my birthday, my wife asked, if you could have any drawing from Jim Lee, what would it be? Question mark. Batman, I said. It's Jim Lee. I mean, Batman. Jim Lee. No brainer. Batman, of course. Now, that's absolutely a true story, but I wasn't quite done with my answer. I added, but I'd be happy to have any of his sketches. I haven't seen a bad one yet. I'm pretty sure I followed with, that'll never happen. Thank you, Jim. I am beyond happy with Judge Dredd, and I can't wait to see it in person. This old hippie is forever grateful and damn lucky. Also, I don't know what happened there. Oh, sorry. That was it. That's the end of it. There was another part that he wrote that was talking about the edits he made. But anyway, that was the long and short of that note, which reading time with Jim Lee, absolutely the Batman Who Laughs. I could have probably done a better job of reading that. So apologies to Mudfrost. But I thought it was pretty cool, because I know that feeling, it's, right? To me, I know the feeling because if you ever played MMOs, they have these, at the end game is usually like these huge boss raids where you're taking on like a dragon or a god or whatever, and it takes like 30, 40, 50 players to defeat a dragon. And the dragon drops 2 items, maybe 3. And of those items, maybe 1 would pertain to your class, meaning that you could even use it. If you were a paladin, for instance, or a warrior, and a magic robe dropped, you would never win it. So not only are your chances of winning 1 in 50, but the drop would have to be something that you could use. And sometimes they would even say, well, you can use it, but it actually works best for this other class. It's better for a pure warrior, or better for a different kind of hybrid. So your chances of winning were slim. And so you go on raid after raid and kind of hope. But yeah, when your number comes up and you win, it is an amazing rush. It's an amazing feeling. But the way I look at it, someone does have to win. Someone will win. Unlike a lottery, which chances of winning are like 1 in 250 million or something crazy like that. Some of these streams, the chances are a lot better. And crazily, there have been people that have won multiple times. It's, the power of math. It doesn't mean that it's going to be consistently random. But you do have a chance. So for those of you that have felt like Mudfrost, he has given you guys his own very personal kind of account of his experience, and hopefully you guys will take some solace or inspiration from it. DKP, I'm not sure what that means. Am I switching to DKP? What does that mean? I haven't finished Kira's. I still have like a bunch of, I think 3 or 4. I hadn't there are some people that didn't respond right away with their addresses. Kira, it was a Red Hood, I have to finish it, which I'll do on stream probably, I'm thinking Wednesday night. I'll finish the Scott Williams ink piece. There's a lot of stuff I can work on. I have a Psylocke sketch I can ink that I got from VZA. So there's plenty to do and work on, for sure. think the other part of being in stream shape is not only just kind of creating this pattern, right, to yourself, right? It's almost like you're having a internal monologue where you're talking hopefully about things that pertain to the sketch or something of interest to the audience. But it's almost like kind of being in the zone where you can look at chat without reading everything and kind of follow the narrative of what's out there and draw. It's a bit of a multitasking kind of issue, right? So I'm not quite there yet. That's to be expected. I did get good at navigating the underground tunnels of Tokyo, but I got out of Twitch stream shape, which brings up another video game reference. Those of you guys that ever played Ultima Online? Anyone here? Ultima Online? DKP, Dragon Kill Points, a form of currency earned for rating to bid spend on loot. Nah, we didn't have that back in the day. Sometimes you belong to a guild, and the guild leaders would figure out who got the loot based on how many raids they'd been on, personal favoritism, what have you. But a lot of times it's just you roll, and hopefully you win. Jeremy J. Joe, UO, yes. So, yeah, Mudfrost, so we all played. And so in Ultima Online, you have the ability to become good at certain skills, right? Whether it's hiding invisibly, melee, whatever. And you could actually tape down a key. You could like put your avatar next to a punching bag, tape down the key to like keep punching it. And then you wake up and you're a grandmaster, right? I think they fixed that eventually, but if you did that, your other skills atrophied, right? So you can only be a grandmaster at like a couple different functions or abilities. So yeah. So now I'm just looking at this from a tonal value kind of perspective. All right, got the torso, it's going to create a shadow here. I'll probably kick this out with white out over here. And if you see, I'm kind of leaning back, and you can either squint or you can lean back, or you can do both. But the idea is that you want to see the drawing, not for the drawing, but for the different values of darkness that you've created, and look at it from just a pure grayscale level, like where are the highlights, where's the darkest areas, are the darkest areas consistent? Right, is this tone in here and this arm, is it consistent with this? Should this be lighter than this? No, this should be darker because it's more in the shadow. Let's make it slightly a little darker. By darkening this area, I'm pushing it back into shape, right? So the parts that come out, like the breasts or some of the musculature, I want it to pop out of the shadows. So I need to push some of this other stuff back. And some of this is very subtle, I think. You know, I'm barely touching the surface with just a very, very lightly loaded brush. Does this make a difference? How can this little bit of ink here, how can that make a difference? But it does. It's the cumulative whole of all these different little, right? So if you have a character and they're going from a 97.1 to a 97.3 value in some skill, it does make an overall kind of difference to your character's ability. So I feel I'm just like kind of sort of grinding at the sketch and just making very, 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 very small minor changes. But those cumulative changes make the sketch better. Yes? What time is it? 11:42. Yeah. I'm probably gonna do like a. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna do a Omega Red. I'll probably do a headshot of Deadpool just because it's the mask that's the most recognizable. Like once you do that mask. Make this darker in here. Okay. Sorry. Windows wants to update. They're asking me if it's a good time to do it now. Pick a time. Let's just say 1:45. How's that? Great. Thank you. That's very kind of them. Itachi Sensei has resubscribed for 3 months. Efex has resubscribed for 8 months. Hi, says Efex. Hello back. Abetus has cheered. Good to see you, Abetus. Mellow Artist 209 has subscribed using Prime. Eamon Winkle has resubscribed for 4 months. Thank you. Gluman has subscribed for 9 months since the beginning. Woot, says Gluman. Mr. Coffee 01 has subscribed. I like that handle. Raposocks has subscribed using Prime. LSW 2759 has subscribed. LSW 2759 is Korean. I don't know. I don't think you're in Seoul though. Agent Twisted has resubscribed for 3 months. Evil Jewel has subscribed. Good day, sir. Happy you got me a birthday present of streaming today. We've got two birthdays today, Evil Jewel and Will Bruce Art. Timmy Art Peterson has cheered 100. Finally picked up my copy of Action 1000. I have to say I was pretty underwhelmed, other than your part, which was awesome and left me wanting more. Everything was pretty meh. Well, that's I guess it's not a backhanded compliment, but thank you. I appreciate it. I thought everyone did an awesome job, but everyone's mileage will vary. Golf Boy Sunday has reminded me, don't forget Omega Red. And I think that brings me current. Brian Ross has resubscribed for 4 months. Funny Bob 85 has resubscribed for 8 months. Thank you, Funny Bob, for your support. Rediac 25 has also resubscribed for 6 months. Night Raven X has been around using Prime for 3 months. And RJ3N has resubscribed for 7 months. That brings me current. There's a lot of activity going on. That's what happens when you've been gone for a week. One Cold Monkey. I think my sub slipped the bot. Weird. Well, I thank you, One Cold Monkey, for your resub anyway. Appreciate it. How do I subscribe with the Twitch Prime? I think Kirihiko has that information there. Okay. Okay, now let I'm gonna let this, well, it's already dry. I'm gonna let it sit and I'll do all the white out kind of at the end, I think. But as a preview, I'm thinking if I go ahead and drop a highlight there, redo that, whiten this, you can sort of see how it changes when I put the zipper in the right spot. She looks cross-eyed because I have to go back in and adjust that. And so there'll be stuff that happens here. Okay. I think I put the white out in the wrong spot. Just gotta go over here. Let that dry. Yo Jimbo 007. He's been warming up for the past hour and 45 minutes. There's no time limit on warming up. If you're a professional golfer, baseball player, I think they warm up for hours, just like hitting balls, right? Before they compete. Something like that. That's my excuse. Let's see, make sure this is all on camera here. Pop out that highlight. So much that gets done with whiteout, especially in a costume like this, which is kind of this leather look. Thin those down a little bit, of course. Ah, screw it, I could probably just finish this here. Okay. Thank you, I Love Pizza 23456. I'm guessing that I Love Pizza 12345 was taken. Someone's leaving. Speed Fresh, are you taking off? Labor Lumex, I just got here. Did he really just draw this from scratch? Is that a pun? Catwoman? Ha ha ha. Anthony Romwell. Did you get your book? I hope it arrived. I traced it. I uh, I traced it from a memory of a drawing I had in the back of my head. Connected the dots. The stream, the roasting, the level of roasting. I have to say, I'm actually proud of you guys. There's a little tear that's kind of running down my eye. Created quite a little community. Not too. It's not mean spirited. It's all meant in jest. But I appreciate the humor. Janella has cheered 200. Loving the Catwoman. Thank you. Marcus Webb, MD. Excited for Omega Red and Deadpool. As always, thanks for streaming and sharing your art and knowledge. Poco Pokornowski has cheered 100. Thank you, Pokornowski. Angry Panda 888 has cheered as well, 100 bits. Thank you for your continued support, Angry Panda 888. Someday maybe we can have Angry Panda become Contented Panda 888. Hate to see the anger. All right. So the whiteout pen is not super thin, so it kind of gives you kind of a blunt, thicker line. So I know that I'm going to go back in with a marker like this and come in and just kind of add finesse it so it doesn't look like there's just like this big kind of thick line. Right? To give variance. Sometimes that just means kind of punching in a couple angles like that. Right? Just creating some hard edges here and there. Maybe a little cross-hatching here and there. Bit of noodling here. Maybe a little bit of a core shadow along the edge. Just tapering some of these lines here. Just kind of fooling the eye into not seeing the instrument that was used to create these lines, but to see these lines as folds in cloth or fabric or what have you. Where are we at? So when you see like a little bit of like rendering here, the mind will kind of assume that the rendering went all the way into the black, even though I'm just giving you a little bit of the rendering, right? If I put on both sides, then you're going to think like it exists all the way through the spectrum. Anthony Romo, thank you very much for the book. I love it. The mini Superman logo drawing was nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Please do a shout out, Janella says, to the Dark Knight PH. It's a group dedicated to all things Batman. I think I just did, but I'll give another one. A shout out to the Dark Knight PH. I'm guessing it's the Dark Knight Philippines group. Bruce Yan has subscribed using Prime. Thank you very much. Tim Art Peterson, I'm sorry, has cheered. I'm sorry for the comment earlier. I didn't mean to discredit your team and all the hard work they put into the book. No, I didn't mean anything negative by the comment. I'm just saying, sometimes I see on the internet people kind of build someone up by kind of dismissing someone else's work. It's almost like saying, "Hey, I really like your work. It stood the test of time." Unlike this other person that started the same time whose work has kind of gone downhill. Like you could have just said, anyone could have said the first part without including the last. It's just a way of kind of reducing the amount of negativity I hear in general in life, right? It'd be like if you come up to me in a line and you're very kind and I go, well, you're awesome, man. You are the kind of fan I would love. I'm actually doing what I'm just saying I shouldn't be doing, but you're the fan I would like. Not like the guy that was before you in line. Like, wish more people were like you than him, right? I don't need to go there. I could just focus on the positive, right? That's all, right? I assume that if you only talk about one element, maybe you weren't as big of a fan on the other part or other parts, but it's left unsaid, right? That's all. That's all. But I love you, Tim. Don't worry about it. I didn't. I didn't. I'm not. Don't worry. I'm not overthinking it. Or am I? I don't know. Brutal Night 15. Off to see Deadpool. Always inspiring watching work. Looking for the Deadpool piece. Enjoy the movie. Excuse me. Um, yeah. And with that, we'll go right on to Deadpool. Just kind of breaking up some of these kind of dits and dats. I wonder if back in the Renaissance, the artists like Da Vinci and you know if they go like, it's beautiful, but we need more dits and dats. I don't. That's not how they talk. That's horrible. Almost a racist kind of accent, I think. Anyway. All right. I'm gonna move on to. This might be the silent auction. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Let's move on to the next one. Dits and dats. When I was in Japan, I watched Lost in Translation, which is an amazing movie. I highly recommend it. There's so many things I could relate to in that movie, especially the translation parts of it. They have like a translator, and Bill Murray would give it a short answer, and then the translator would give this really long answer. And I've experienced that in many countries, not just in Japan. And but at the same time, like it made me feel uncomfortable at times. I was like, oh, this is some of this, where they're kind of mocking the Japanese accent. I'm like, ooh, it hasn't aged as well. PC, PC like I can appreciate it because I'm older and I can whatever. But I think younger audiences today might go, ooh. But it's a great movie, and yeah. Oh, I haven't signed this. I'll sign it in a bit. I just forgot. Okay. What are we at? 12:04. Anyway, the just thought crossed my mind. Just you probably wouldn't see movies created like that today, but it's an amazing movie. I enjoyed it quite a bit. All right. think I'm gonna need to Google his costume. You know, I was thinking the one thing I don't know if it's a regret. One thing I didn't do is like he had these tendrils that kind of did stuff, but I should have come up with like a signature, like you know, like when Wolverine has his three claws popped out and he has his arms down. It's kind of a signature look. His tendrils kind of just went everywhere, but now I'm like wondering if there should have been this weird pattern that he created, and so that every time you saw that pattern, you would know it was him specifically, right? Hello, Red Death, 1888. Welcome in. Excuse me. All right. Well, that's cool. Stream Deck updated the interface. You can actually tell now from the icon that you're streaming because there's like a little circle that goes around. Oh, nice job, Stream Deck. That's definitely more helpful. There used to be a button sort of stream on and off, but you would never know if you're on or off. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, you know, Ren's here. I never got to properly introduce him. All right, Ren is back. Leukemia. I'm glad I'm able to finally catch your streams. You're an inspiration. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Grand Admiral Burtis. LOL. He Googled the costume. I know. It's sad. It's been... Hey, look. It's been... 1992 was when I left Marvel. 26 years ago. Ren Raven is in the house. Who's excited to see Ren Elephant cosplaying as Raven at San Diego Comic-Con? Okay. That wasn't my... Whites, whatever. It's not my nationalist solidarity salute. That was me raising my hand. Codename Twitchix has resubscribed for 4 months. Casual Hero. Could you imagine a Mel Brooks movie being released today? Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about. Mathmuthi has subscribed. Yeah, there's just a heightened sensitivity for, yeah, comedy. Yeah, what used to pass as comedy, it's sort of under assault these days. A lot of comedians have kind of noted that. Guten Tag, Extinction Agent. Wie geht's? Run Elephant. If you all want to be blinded by an overweight raven. Look, that hasn't stopped anyone from ever cosplaying. That has never been a requirement of cosplay. One, am I in shape? No, it's not. It's a safe space. You can anyone and everyone is invited, Ren. You should we love you, we accept you for who you are, we don't want you to change. You should feel completely comfortable cosplaying as Raven. We support you 200%, mein Freund. See? Pandemus. Pandemus believes in you. Lars Art. Was das Deutsch? Nein. The one likes AF. Hey Jim, huge fan of yours since the 90s X-Men. I would absolutely love to see you sketch Akuma from Street Fighter. Oh, and it's my birthday today. There's 3 of you. Congrats, happy birthday. Crispy Egg Roll. I don't accept Ren Elephant as who he is. I only accept Ren Raven. Guten Abend, Lamstein. Es ist ein bisschen dunkel in Deutschland jetzt, ja? Have I tried drawing Daenerys Targaryen? No, I haven't. Ren is just stout. He's stout. I think he moves at a speed which belies his mass. This guy didn't draw, like, isn't there a bunch of gear on the side of his face? Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Omega Ren. Ooh, I like that too. So many cosplay options. Well, 14. I don't know if I'm going to get to all the sketches I want to do today. Four-way flashers responsible for the Kleenex emote. 8 months. Congrats, man. Man, has it already been 8 months? That has gone by quickly, hasn't it? Gojira, I have not. The birds are back. Dad of 6 2014. Simply amazing. Chat or the sketch? Triceps? What are we talking about? Could you tell this character was created in the 90s? This heavy metal headband with a ponytail? What size of board is this? This is 9 by 12 paper. It fits nicely into the camera frame. He has an interesting kind of asymmetry to the face. It's almost like the features are a little off structure, which I kind of like. But it's not like, it's almost like he's deformed a little bit structurally, physically. And what happens? Does it... these tendrils in the foreground, but I don't know if that's where I'm going to have them be in the final drawing. I gotta make sure I do all this structure here first, get his costume in the right spot. His 16-pack. As you can see, it's also kind of, this also is taking on a sketchy quality, kind of like the Catwoman, as I kind of figure out where things are going. I don't want to fully commit to any kind of line. But I also know that once I put in the black shadows with the ink, there's a lot of kind of redrawing or drawing or kind of restructuring of the figure that I can do at that point. So I'm actually just drawing kind of bits and pieces of him. One of the mods want to tell me, what subcategory are we at this week? I guess I could look in Discord, we keep track of it. I think we're we're building a site that has all the sketches too, from the very first stream. Sub 25, alright. Okay. Probably help to see more of it. See you later, Action Detective 11. I will be in Orlando next Sunday, but I will stream from my hotel. Alright, what are we doing? We're going to smear some ink. That's what we're doing. Oh. That wasn't good. Alright, where's this going to go? What's going on with Spider-Man 1963? Okay. What do we got going on? Big Boss 138 has resubscribed. Mavic 713 has cheered. Thank you very much. Knight 16 has resubscribed. Blazing Chaos has subscribed for 4 months. Has it been already 4 months? It has indeed. Waihi has resubscribed. Howdy Jim. Howdy Waihi. Jaime Ramirez Art has cheered 100. Do you ever get to meet or work with Jack Kirby? I did get to meet him a couple of times. Very nice gentleman. Great inspiration and role model. The way I was envisioning this, there's going to be a lot of kind of chunky black shadows in the core area here. After I He's a fun character to ink because it's kind of albino white skin, so you can really contrast that against the dark black red of his costume. So if I put his legs mostly in shadow like this, you'll see that the white skin of his really will pop out of these areas. Right. So I go in here and ink his legs, and then his boots. Then I use whiteout to kind of pop out the fins from the background shadows. Right? Or not. Just kind of blend him into the darkness. I use whiteout to kind of pop out that tendril, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. That's the cross arm body ink technique right there. You guys just saw. It's like a level 3 pro move. Ignite Comics has resubscribed. Welcome back, Ignite Comics. It's been a while. Been watching since the beginning, but it took me a while to come off the wallet. Love these streams. All right, thank you very much, man. 7 months running, but been here since 9 months. Sleepy Fa has resubscribed. Last 8 months. Awesome. Doing something different with kind of the tendrils. Before it just kind of came out of like a, it's almost like, you know how Wolverine had those 3 little metal things that, they look kind of like missile silos or whatever on the top part of his arm. What if I did something a little more organic, so you see, rather than having kind of a metal encapsulation, just sort of some sort of texture. Veins, tendons, something. Down here, just kind of reimagining the costume and the design just a little bit. This has a real kind of, trying to get a kind of a Capcom vibe to it, kind of very big rounded volumetric, if that's a word, shapes. Right. Just having fun with a little brush action here. I tell you that Streamlab is it is a little, what's that one sword, inconsistent. Sometimes it makes the alert sound and I hear it, and a lot of times I see it but I don't hear it. It doesn't give it the audible. Baba Majag has resubscribed for 4 months. Grimes Jr. has resubscribed for 9 months. Thank you for the continued support. Hatlandus has resubscribed for 3 months. Love the stream and love you, Jim. Thank you very much for the positive thoughts. Night 113. I've read some manga, or I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan, you know, but I've definitely read some, yes. All right. Let's put that there. Looking at these shoulder pads, they're not quite symmetrical, so I feel like it should be down here. What we can do is to make it more symmetrical, we can add like an under pad like that. Alright, while we're doing that, I'm going to jump over, do a very quick kind of Deadpool. Roy Batty 0006, no, it was not Carla. It was my buddy Bob. If it was Carla, I would have bolted out of the chair. I'd be done. It'd be over. 12:41. I don't know if I'm gonna get to the Deadpool. You know what? I'm gonna save the Deadpool for another time. I'm gonna finish up this Mega Red. The old gym would have tried to push it and done both and been seriously late, and that would have been the end of me. So the new gym is realizing that time is finite, does not wait for no man, and I should try to finish what I have going on. 12:42. All right. Let's see what I can do to this. Have a good stream. Going to bed. LSW 2759. Good night. Good to see you. All right. I'm going to do the drawing that I need to draw first. Man, that puppy is just loud. Got white on my hand here. So I'm going to probably do this Mega Red as the giveaway. So the Catwoman will be a silent auction. For those of you that don't know, I think the mods will give you information on how to do that. Basically, send a whisper, which is the Twitch equivalent of a direct message to myself. Just put Catwoman, kind of what your highest bid amount is. Put it all in the same line if you could. And then just kind of review it, and I picked the highest bid. It's all done kind of anonymously, but I will sort of announce kind of the high bid so that those of you kind of keeping track will know what it went for. Okay. Getting to that time where I gotta split here very shortly. And as some of you guys have noticed, even after I finish streaming, before I post the artwork up onto social, I'll go in and tweak it. Maybe make some final kind of adjustments, white out, that kind of thing. All right. I'll show you the Catwoman in a second. See how that looks here. I just have a heart out. Normally I would kind of push it to 1:15 or so, but we have a family brunch. A bunch of the kids have come in from out of town. So let me see if I can turn this sideways here. So even when it's done, it's not done. Artwork's never ever truly done. Even after I've scanned it in, I will make adjustments after it's colored, you know. But I'll go in like with this, like I'll do this. I'll go in and I'll just tighten this up. So this will look pretty decent, I think, for the sub 10 person that wins, right? So just like kind of, it's just tightening up things like this that basically, and then like maybe rendering in here, you know, etc., etc., etc. But really, for the purposes of the stream, you get the gist of it, right? It's actually kind of blown out. Let me adjust the lighting just a little bit there, because it was getting very hot up here. You couldn't see it. All right, now you can see a little bit more of the detail. Right, so I'll just pop in some more details. So someone's going to win that. Let me show you the Catwoman. So this is the Catwoman. I have to fill in the blacks up here. Didn't quite, the ink didn't quite fill that whole area. If you can see that piece here. There's a slight cant to the camera, so things are distorted this way, so I have to turn it a little bit this way to get sort of the full view of it. So that's Catwoman. So I want to thank all the mods, all three of them, Kirihiko, Crispy Egg Roll, and Ren Elephant. It was great seeing them all here on stream, as well as almost all the regulars. A lot of new people I noticed as well. Alright, so there we go. So we go to Nightbot for the giveaway. All right. So to win this, you have to type in the keyword. It's going to be Jim Lee Mace, M-A-C-E. Right? And even if you're a sub 25, please type in Jim Lee, one word, capital M-A-C-E. Right? So lowercase J-I-M-L-E-E, uppercase M-A, lowercase A-C-E. Jim Lee Mace, all one word. Because you have to have that keyword to win. So even if you're sub 25 and you're flashing the Batman emote, you actually need to flash the sub 10 emote, right? All right. We'll go to it in a second. Just letting other people load in. This is for this Omega Red. So anyway, yeah, thank you, Kirihiko and an elephant, crispy egg roll. We're also going to do a raid after this. So Kirihiko is going to send me. Can you send me the where we're going in Discord? Because I've got a bunch of whispers already kind of loaded up. So for those of you who have a little time, we go somewhere else and kind of shower some love and attention on someone who's streaming out there. It's kind of a regular thing we've done. It's kind of fun and has introduced all of us, I think, to some really great artists and different kinds of work. All right, we're going to roll. Okay. Poop Kid. Poop Kid is the winner. Poop Kid following since August 28th, 2017. That's almost like Crispy winning and losing. Poop Kid, congrats, man. Cryptic Games rigged. Yeah. You know what? Eventually someone's turn to win. Congrats to Poop Kid. All right, let me check my whispers here. Oh, and you know what? I do have this. I just realized from before. I don't know what it was that I was doing, but obviously kind of breaking apart the human form. We'll give that away to anyone in chat in a second. So hang tight. Let me at Kira. Where's the raid? Okay. But it's kind of funny. If you look at it, is this the understructure of this drawing? Who knows, right? Okay, let's see what we got here. Anyway, this was a good introductory warm-up stream. I will be back here. I'll be streaming remotely from the road next Sunday, but I will be doing it. All right. There's a lot here. Oh, sorry, it's taking a while. The system is not it's not quite so easy to navigate, and I just don't want to I want to make sure I've got all the different bids in. Okay, the winning bid is 40.25 for Catwoman. I think it's a new all-time high. So thank you very much for that support. Thank you again for tuning in. We are gonna rate somewhere. Let's see where we're at. Okay. And I will see you guys actually probably Wednesday night. Sorry, Wednesday night. We're going to be streaming, so look for more info in Discord. Those of you who are new, hit the follow button. That'll give you updates on when I stream. And then two, join our Discord channel. The mods have basically put a lot of time in to set that up, and it basically fills the time and space between the live streams, and it's an awesome community. I really encourage you guys to join that. All right, so thanks for tuning in. See you guys later.